Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to break down a loop that I just made today. Definitely sad, piano, emotional type vibe. And if you clicked on this video, you want to know how to make it. So let's get into it. Alright, so first thing I did is I loaded up Addictive Keys and I played in this pattern. May look a little bit sporadic, but let's break it down. So basically, these are all the root notes just copied down. If I delete these, it'll give you a better idea of how simple this actually is. So this here, it's just an A minor chord, but it's inverted. The third is inverted, and we've got a B and a G coming down afterward. Basically, the way I created this melody is I created the chords first. So I built a A minor triad, just like that. Inverted the third up. I dragged these two back. It sounds like this. And then for a little extra melody, we just went down to the B and then down again to the G. Very similar structure to the next chord, except this is an E minor chord. So it's pitched up, and then G is the same, but this comes up to an E and it's just stretched out like this. This next chord is just a C major chord, classic, the third's inverted. And then I just chopped every bar out. And what you can just do is just pretty much do random notes to create a melody. I'm just gonna go down this time, and this is what it sounds like. Oh, I also forgot, you gotta pull the third and the fifth back half a bar as well. And yeah, that's how you create the chord progression. This is the same thing, just duplicate it over. And then you just take the root notes, duplicate them once, duplicate them twice. So you get a nice thicker sound, and together it sounds like this. Very nice, quite simple when you really look into it. But yeah, sounds great. For effects, I've just got this EQ. I went to the 20 Hertz and 18,000 Hertz cut. We dragged it in, and I used a scroll wheel to scroll down the high end, so it wasn't such a harsh cut, because it sort of gives it that softer roll off and a more natural cut, which I really like. And I've got two Echo Boys. The first one is a smaller reverb. This is a tapering preset in reverbs and spaces. This one here, and I'm pretty sure I left that stock. And for the second Echo Boy, we've got the infinite space. It's a larger reverb. You just go into reverbs and spaces, and it is infinite space right here. And I brought the feedback down a little bit because by default it's at max, or pretty much at max, so the reverb never actually stops. So I turned that down, and then I turned the mix down to about 60% as well. And then I've just got classic gross beat half speed that I automate the mix level from 100% to 0% or whenever I want the half speed in. So the half speed keys sound like this. Super vibey. Next we have this serum bass playing. This is just one of my custom made Reese basses. Basically, you bring the unison up to 8, you bring the D tune down a little bit, you select this filter, the cutoff and the resonance at these settings. Make sure the sub's a triangle wave, and this is just a first oscillator. And you pitch it right down to about the second and the third octave, and it sounds like this. I really like that sub bass, sounds really good. Well rounded, I use it in a lot of my beats. Move on to the next sound. We've got a serum pad here. This is just the piano melody copy and pasted and the bass notes removed. This is actually pitched down an octave as well. And this is the D pad 2 pad. This is just stock in serum, so you'll be able to find it, no worries. Sounds like this. Just adds a little bit more, and it fills the melody out quite a bit when it's playing with the main melody as well. Next, I've got this expand texture. It's called North Star. It's in the ambience and effects section, and it's number 21 here. And I've just got it playing the root note, which is A, at quite a high register, and it sounds like this. Just a little bit of ear candy, a little bit of a twinkle. I like it a lot. Next we have this expand. This is just a, this is in vocals, and it's number 1. It's the female ooh choir. Pretty basic stuff. Just this follows some of the progression. It doesn't follow it entirely, because right here, this goes down to E, and that's the progression. But to keep it simple, we've just dragged it out. And for the second half, I've just duplicated this up an octave as well to give it a bit more thickness in the second half and a little bit of variation. So by itself, it sounds like this. So for effects, we've just got a high pass EQ with Valhalla Supermassive. It's in the billions and billions preset. It's in reverbs, massive. Billions and billions right here. I've turned the warp right up. I've turned the feedback down to about 50%. The delay at about 240 milliseconds. And then I've turned the mix down as well. And I've also turned the mix level down here because I still thought it was a little bit too wet. So this is at about 87%. And finally, the last sound, we've got some arcade in here. This is a Dream Team hooked patch. I've just got it playing these 2 notes here. And I've chopped it 2 beats at the end here for some variation. It sounds like this. That sits right back in the mix because I have the exact same Valhalla Supermassive on the vocal as well. If you want to know how to do that nice and quickly, you just click this drop menu down, you click and drag save preset as onto any mixer track that you want. But yeah, this just has a very narrow EQ cut as well with the highs rolled off a little bit like I did before. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All together, it sounds like this. All right, so we're gonna export this and then we're gonna lay some drums on it. Let's go. I'm gonna pitch it down 3 semitones. We're now in F sharp minor. Lay this 808 down. Copy the bounce over, super simple. Dragging some hi-hat MIDI. All right, just like that, we're done. Alright, I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more content, hit the bell notification to be notified next time I post a video. Thank you all for watching. If you have any ideas for future content, let me know in the comments. That's going to be it. I appreciate you all for watching. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video. I love you.